Welcome back to another episode of Speed Addicts Garage. I know some of y'all are like,
what's going on with the Supra? We ain't seen nothing for 2 weeks.
well look, it's about to go down, okay? Not in this video, but we almost there. The base map that we got from the tuner, come to find out that file was a little bit of an older version. We are preparing to fire this puppy up. Since we got to wait on that, I figured, hey man, I might as well start on my stuff, you know what I mean? Real quick, if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming to the channel. We've been working on the Supra for the past couple months. Now it's to the point where we're about to get to my part of the channel, which is me upgrading my turbo setup, going bigger turbo, doing a whole new hot side that we're gonna fab in-house at Speed Addicts Garage. We changed up our accessory kit. Make a long story short, we got a big 80mm turbo from VS Racing that we're throwing on this thing. So since I still need to get a few parts, there is some things that I can get done now. And let me show you one of them things I'm talking about. I could weld this onto this. Why do I want to weld this onto that? I mean, it's already got a flange on it. Well, instead of purchasing the flange that bolts up to this, not to mention that it's a flat face flange, I don't want that set up on my car. So I went a step further, spent a few bucks. And when I say a few bucks, I mean a few bucks, and bought a 4-inch V-band that has a female and a male lip already on it. So that way, when it seals together, it's a whole lot tighter seal. It don't need a gasket or nothing. It's got a little bit of a lip. Well, when you weld V-bands together, you're supposed to weld them with this on there. This is the clamp. You're supposed to put the clamp on it, tighten it up, and then you weld it. So let me put the clamp on, tighten it up, and show you what I'm talking about. If I need to go in there and weld on this thing, I ain't got no space. There ain't no way I can get in between there. With that V-band being on there and the clamp being tight and everything, you cannot get that torch in there to weld those two together. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing is putting the V-band on, scribing or making a mark all the way around this. I'm gonna have to take this housing off. We're gonna grind that down. That way I can come in from this angle and weld it. So let me go ahead and slap this turbine housing off of this VS Racing 80mm turbo. See if I can use this paint pink. Before I start grinding on this thing, I want to make sure I cover up all the openings as much as possible. It's probably not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna try to take extra care of this because this joke was kind of it was kind of expensive for me, you know, for a low budget type of dude, you know, that they just do this on the side. It was kind of expensive, but it was cheap though, you know. Like, it's hard to explain it, but I want to protect the turbo right now. It's like some kind of oil or something on this junk. Painter's tape ain't working. All right, I went to my mama's house and picked up some drawers that I don't wear no more, so I'm gonna see if I can stuff that in there. I'm gonna try a different approach. I'm gonna use a carbide bit. We have both the turbine housing and the V-band that we're gonna be welding on, both cleaned up, washed with Dawn dish detergent. As I was washing it, I was agitating all that with some Scotch-Brite, the purple or maroon pad. So now we're to the point of welding these two together, but there are a few things that will need to be addressed that are pretty important. Like one of the things is this flange is made out of stainless, and this here, as you can tell just from the look of it, is a cast material. When you weld these two together, the filler rod that you decide to choose does matter. And what I mean by that is what they call this is a disferrous metal, or it's something like that. I can't say it, but it's dissimilar metals. It's two dissimilar metals. You have to use a certain rod. Let me get it real quick. The rod you're gonna use is gonna be a ER. It's a 309. Dissimilar metals, you need to have something a little bit higher in nickel. But the second thing, when you weld cast to stainless, there's something going on with the properties in this that makes it like shrink or whatever. So what you have to do is you have to preheat this. So you have to get this thing hot, I think like 250, 350 degrees, and then you weld the two together. Let me get suited up, and then next we're gonna need to heat this up. And then also I got a new toy for the TIG welder. What I got here is what they call a Jazzy 10. Basically meaning it's a tin cup. The cool thing about it comes from ferret cups. It tells you on the outside of the box what the recommended CFH is that you need to set your regulator up to. And then another cool thing is it's got a built-in diffuser that helps that argon come out. Instead of coming out like that, it come out like that. If it were to make a sound and be on a car, that's what it sounds like. The kit come with 2 of these cups, and it comes with an extra diffuser. And I want to say I snatched these up over at weldmongers.com. That's that Patrick Swayze looking dude that's smooth talking. Watch out, ladies.
Watch out.
All right, I got this Jazzy 10 hooked up. I think I got it the right way. I still left the O-ring in between there. So we will find out if this thing is set up right. And like I said, according to this, looks like somewhere around a 25-ish CFH or so. Man, that doesn't sound like I just said something in Japanese, boy. CFH or so. All right, let's see if we can fuse these two pieces of metal together with no material. Fam, I think now I'm to the point where I got a few tacks on it and I'm ready to start adding a few beads. When I had my RB, I went an extra step further. I did a few little lines in here, maybe like 3 or 4 little lines in here to kind of hold it in place. And then I did a full weld all the way around. So I'm probably gonna do the same thing on this one. Let me go ahead and get set up and we'll start stacking a few beads in there. Oh yeah, that's right. Before we stack beads, I need to take this MAP gas, get that turbine housing to about 250 degrees. Yeah, that's not hot enough. That gonna MAP gas ain't doing nothing. That's hot. That's what we're looking at. Toe fatty. So let's go ahead and start welding. But it sounded like it's starting to cool off. So I'm not putting enough heat in that thing, I guess, while I'm welding it. Let me go ahead and put that torch back on this thing. So far, I'm liking that cup. All the welds are coming out that silver color, and I think that on that straw spectrum, it's supposed to look like that. That was the first one I was trying to figure it out, so I'm about to go back over that one, and then we're ready to start throwing some beads on the outside. All right, fam, I got 4 beads on the inside, so now I'm ready to do the outside. But before I do anything, or as far as welding the outside, I need to put these flanges back together. So a little tip, the V-bands come with this nylon nut, meaning it's got like a little plastic coating on the inside. It's supposed to act as a lock mechanism. Save that one and just use you a generic, I don't know what the thread pitch is, but it's like basically on everything. It's on like all kind of imports. It takes, I think, a 12mm head. So I got that in my scrap pile. And basically I'm gonna put this on and tighten it up. Start welding the outside. Tell you what, boy, they put that lip on that flange super close to the clamp itself. I might have to figure something out. Should have put a bevel on that thing. We'll see if it matters. Look at the finished product. I had a couple of good spots. I had a couple of trying to get it done because I'm ready to go to bed spots. That daggone Jazzy 10 cup came out pretty daggone snazzy. And if you look at the gap, this is with the clamp off. I mean, there ain't no gap. So us welding it with this clamp in place helped out quite a bit. That's the inside. Since I didn't bevel the outside, I felt like it would make me feel a little bit better when I do them pulls on them boards if I went ahead and made a couple beads on the inside. So that worked out pretty good too. Got that good silver color. Speed-Ass Garage, that's gonna do it for this episode. We are this close to starting the turbo build on the Nissan 240. I'm going a little bit different direction on my hot side, so I got to get a new merge collector. Might have to get some more 2.5-inch stainless. I do got to get a water pump as well. Once I order those parts, we will tackle the custom fabrication of building my turbo hot side. I will make this a series because not only are we building a turbo kit, we're installing a Holley EFI, we're installing a set of wheels and tires. We're doing a bunch of external modifications like fenders, over fenders, and then the conclusion is gonna be a nice, good paint job. So in the meantime, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. The Supra will be starting here shortly. So don't lose hope on it. You guys will see what you want to see. And that's a 2J with some 272 Brian Carr cams. Everybody want to see that and everybody want to hear it. Guess what? You're going to hear it. You're going to see it. But you got to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that when I do post that video of this puppy camming on you and loping, you will be there. And speaking of cams, I also got a cam for the 240 also. So not only are we doing a 750 plus build package on this, but we're doing the same thing on this. Maybe even a little more. I don't know. It depends on how hard I want to send it. But either way, love you guys. Thank you for chiming in to the channel, and we'll see you on the next episode.